If I were to ask you, other than food, shelter, clothes, and basic human necessities, what else do you crave for? More often than not, that answer would be freedom. Hi, this is Rupa. I'm a certified trainer, coach, event planner on a mission to help 10,000 people live a freedom lifestyle. What is a freedom lifestyle? According to me, freedom lifestyle is living a life of passion, purpose, peace, and profits. However, what is freedom? Let's quickly talk about that. Now, there are three main areas of freedom that mostly we all crave for. Okay, so more or less, most of our requirements fit into these three areas of freedom. One is emotional freedom. So, what is emotional freedom? There are many definitions. My favorite one is creating and controlling our emotions, creating supportive beliefs, supporting positive emotions, which are, this is important, which is irrespective of any external forces. Let me give you a quick example of an emotion. The emotion of self-love, self-confidence, self-worth is such a strong one because it makes you or breaks you. Now, for most of us, this emotion of self-love is dependent on what others think about ourselves. It could be our spouse, our bosses, our colleagues, our siblings, our children, oh my god, and the list goes on. But these are all external factors. Do you have direct control over them? Do you want to just go around pleasing everybody? Of course not. And that's where the emotional freedom aspects come in place. Now imagine having such a strong inner power, inner strength, that it doesn't matter what others think about you as long as you hold yourself in high self-esteem. I'm not talking about arrogance. Now, this is what is just one example of emotional freedom. Now, apply this to other emotional aspects like happiness, peace, and so on and so forth. Okay, that brings me to the second aspect of freedom, and that is spiritual freedom. I promise this has got nothing to do with religion or religious teachings. Spiritual freedom is just being aware that we all, every single of us, are literally a family. Now, why do I say that? Whether you think about it scientifically or spiritually, we all are originated from a single source. Go back millions of years. We are all originated from a single atom, right? Or a single cell. Go back spiritually to your individual spiritual books if you follow any, and they talk about this concept of universe. So we all originate from a single source, and we are all going to go back there once we are done with our lives. So if and what you see today, what we all experience today, is just this perceived boundaries which are not real. So looking at another human being or even a living thing as a part of your own or a family member brings in a lot of power and a lot of freedom. Imagine looking at a complete stranger, being able to smile gracefully because we know that there is hardly any difference between that stranger and me. So what happens, what it does to our freedom level is it expands, right? We become more peaceful, more giving, more relaxed, and we actually drop down our defenses. We are not defensive all the time. Of course, we are there when we need to be, but essentially, spiritual freedom just enhances your inner power and inner wisdom. Right. So that's second. And the third one, and this is very common, you're already aware of it. The third one is financial freedom. Now, financial freedom at a very basic level means that we should never ever worry about money again, whether it is for our loved ones, for ourselves, for our leisure, or even for charity, right? Never ever worrying about finances again is the concept of financial freedom. And each one of us deserves financial freedom. You may be a homemaker, a person in job, a, and a business owner, a freelancer, or a student, each one of us deserve creating a freedom, a financial freedom. And how is it possible? In today's information age, it is all the more easier than it was years ago. I have given with this video a free workbook which will walk you through top 2 wealth builders without leaving your job or businesses. So that's about financial freedom. So these are 3 areas of freedom which according to me are the biggest one: the emotional freedom, the spiritual freedom, and the financial freedom. But I would love to hear from you. What is your definition of freedom? What freedom means to you? So please do share it in the comment, and thank you for being with me on a slightly long video. This is Rupa, and thank you for being around. Namaste.